back to WIP Reviews, which stands for Work in Progress. We're two works in progress.
I'm Sam.
I'm Dennis.
And we're two best friends that like reacting to film, music, entertainment, pop culture.
So patient. Just let me run the show.
Eyes on the prize, right?
I initiated.
Yeah.
Also, look how she's sitting.
Why, like this? What are their names? Hunter and Alexis?
When they walked in, I thought that was Cameron.
Cameron? A new appearance?
I'm like, who's that?
No! What
That
happened to
woman on her
Lauren?
hand. Lauren's so much better than...
What happened to Lauren? We don't know yet. We don't know her story. We don't know her story yet.
On Ultimatum, I'm ready to make the next step, and I basically told Hunter we either get engaged or we break up.
So that's what this is about. Well, it makes sense, but there's a show documenting their ultimatum. Is that the point? Or do they get engaged?
Yeah.
Either they do or they don't.
We'll see.
I don't know.
Marry or move on.
I'm at a stage of my life where I can answer that question for us.
But you're not ready to answer the question, or else you would have already answered it.
Okay, that's fair. But, okay.
2 years is like not that long.
Yeah, why does she need to... How old is she? Is she like 40 or so? No, she looks bad though.
What? Being 40 is bad?
No, she just looks bad. I have a feeling she's younger than she looks.
Oh,
She behaves younger than she looks.
Yeah, maybe.
So far. Wow, I'm making so many assumptions from
We don't
literally
know.
30 seconds of content.
We don't know.
At the end of this, I will have an answer for you.
At the end of this. So they like maybe do a whole thing and then it makes the person decide whether they're the right person or not.
Whether they open it, they open it, they open it, or throw it in the trash.
Wow.
I knew she was the one. Told you I'm the touchy-feely one. I'm ready for marriage. I'm 100% in. I am ready to propose for Madeline.
She's the one not ready.
Seems like it.
Interesting. Wow, flip the script. Also, they've been dating for 1.5 years. Why does he need to get married?
Short.
They are. He said they met in college. Meaning, how old are they? Like 22?
Yeah, they look so young. Like that's just.
They don't need to
right.
get married. I agree with Madeline.
Madeline's
fine.
right.
I don't really believe in there only being one person for everybody. Do I think that there's a possibility that I could be happy with somebody else? Yes. I think it's natural to wonder what it would be like to be in a different relationship.
She's spitting facts right now.
I mean, I feel like that she didn't answer the right question. Yeah, you might think that there's somebody else that could make you happy, but does he make you happy? Like, are you okay knowing, like, isn't that the point of marriage? For people who
That's
don't
what she
think that
just
there's
said.
one person. No, but all she said was, do I think I could be happy with someone else? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but do you want to be happy with someone else?
I don't know.
It's an ultimatum. It's either she marries me or moving on.
Is he crying?
I don't know. He's early 20s and he's giving someone an ultimatum
Wow.
to marry him. Where is he
Wow.
from?
I am worth her whole heart. And if she can't see that, I need to find somebody else who can.
Okay. He's right. He knows his worth.
Okay,
Okay. But
He's
slow
really
down.
young.
I don't know. 2 years is like
A
not
year and a
even.
half.
Not even 2
It's not
years.
like I don't even like if you're like maybe 35 and like you've dealt with a lot of relations,
You
in
know.
2 years, that makes kind of sense. If you're 21, how many
Well, you
relationships
don't
could
know
you have
how
had?
old they are.
They said they met in college.
Yeah, but maybe they didn't
Oh,
start
maybe they didn't
dating.
start dating. Well, they look young.
Yeah.
Like maybe max 24, 25.
Yeah.
So like they're like, I need to get married now.
We'll see.
Or maybe he's that type of dude who wants to be like engaged for a year or two. I don't know why you would want to do that just for fun, but
A lot of people. This show is gonna really.
you're like,
This show is really.
I
gonna
choose to move on.
do
That was funny.
That was funny. I don't know. Moving on.
That's a terrible picture of them.
I was gonna say they look really good in this
Oh.
picture.
Look at him.
I
He looks
think
like a mole rat.
He looks like a used car salesman.
That's a good thing. The other pictures were much better.
Well, you know, used car salesman.
like
have a little
she's like, oh,
pizzazz.
she was too much tanner, and he looks like a mole rat in that.
Wow.
Like I feel like the
Watch
other
us
pictures
really
are
love
better.
these people at
Oh
the
yeah,
end.
no, I feel like they're great.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what the premise of the show is.
We don't know yet.
I would be crushed if she walked out of here with another guy. But there's got to be somebody out there looking for what I'm looking for, and that's love.
Are they all gonna get like one last chance to date? What's happening?
He's looking for someone.
No.
Hide into his DMs.
What if they're now happily married?
Well, we'll have to see it for the end of the show. But so far, sounds like she's not ready.
Sounds like there's a lot of potential candidates for me.
This is what we're doing. It's actually
This
for
is the dating
Sam.
show for me.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I'm Nick Lachey.
We know.
Obviously. Look at them go. Look at her.
I've shown a lot of qualities in my relationship that would make me a great wife. I don't mind cooking, but
She is beautiful. A beautiful woman.
But she doesn't mind cooking. But she also doesn't do dishes.
That's fine.
So, really great wife material.
I want a ring on this finger.
You think you're ready for this step because you're
You know, they're all, they're just coming out and saying what they want to say. I
Gotta
like
respect
this.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. This communication, and I'm sure they've had conversations like this before. So they all know what's out on the table.
She's a spender, and I feel like that kind of has to be broken before you bring kids in, before you want to have a marriage and join a life with somebody who is very financially conscious.
Is he financially conscious because he has debt?
Well, he's saying he wants to get rid of it before he starts a life, which is like a reasonable
That's
thing to
reasonable.
do.
Take a good look around at each other.
Found no one. Guess not.
if there are people here other than the person you're with that actually could be a fit for you as potential mates, as potential marriage material.
Potential mates?
Yeah, to mate.
Ah, this would make me so uncomfortable.
I'm just wondering, like, how they determined. So they had to, like, this is so much more complicated than Love is Blind because they're choosing, 30 individuals or 15 and 15 who they think might match based on, like, some type of.
Or not, they're just picking.
No, they're definitely not random. They do definitely a survey, a trivia questionnaire, and then they, like, kind of test.
See.
But here, like, you're doing couples, which is a very different thing. Like, they have to see not 10 individuals, but 5 couples and see how they would interact and the possibility of them, like, being interested in the. I don't know. Like, that seems really weird.
Wow.
I'm not ready to propose to Alexis at this moment. But if I met the perfect person, I would be ready to be engaged tomorrow.
So she's not the perfect person, is what he just said.
That's a weird
To
thing
millions
say,
of people.
Sir.
About his relationship.
Well, maybe if she was more perfect, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, me.
Gosh, Alexis.
Be better.
Be better for us.
There was a bar in the pool. I'm like, whatever you want. Now I'm like, okay, well, I want to put kids in the pool. So I said, then
I think that's what put the
when I
nail in the
started doing
coffin.
the dance.
Yeah, you see that ring? It looks good.
It's all the women. I'm surprised there is one woman that's not ready. Maybe there's more, but it's all the men just being very unsure. And why is that? Because they think there's something better than the woman that they already have? I don't know. It's just interesting to see.
I mean, marriage is like the ultimate commitment. And maybe they're like, nah, bro.
Maybe men
I don't
just,
do commitment.
Right. Maybe men just have a harder time committing.
So tonight is your last night together as a couple.
In what world would you be like, you know what? I want to go on a show where you can do whatever you want with 9 other people while I'm watching. Like, that's weird. That's really weird. What kind of relationship do you have to do that?
Something that's on the brink of breaking up or
So
not.
you're like, this is the last
This is
resort.
the last resort.
I'm going to go on this show and in front of the world do this.
Wow.
You'll move in together for 3 weeks in a trial marriage.
Wait! How do they
Wow.
determine who they choose? Is it random just on looks? Like, oh, she's cute. Let's
No, I
pick
think
her.
they're going to start dating. Look at her hair.
Oh,
I think they're going to date or something.
I want to say I'm not phased at all, but it is a little bit nerve wracking.
I'm 23.
Why does she need to be married?
She gave him an ultimatum at 23, and they've been dating 2.5 years.
23 years old. What are you rushing for? Like, what does she need at 23 to get, like, what's the point of getting married right now? You haven't lived life. You're a child.
They're strangers now, but you could be looking at your future husband or wife. Anyone.
This is so intriguing.
It's just so.
Who thought of this?
I know.
Such a specific premise.
Yeah. Smart, but also terrifying.
I think I won't be able to judge it until the end.
No.
Only at the end will I be like,
What, judge the show as a whole?
yeah, like, I'm not understand. Like, I guess, like, the experiments could, like, I guess Love is Blind, I was like, yeah, like, that's cute, that makes sense. But here I'm like, almost like,
is this gonna work? Right?
Is someone gonna find someone else that they like better? I can't even imagine that happening.
What do you think? Let's give our opinions so far.
I feel
predictions.
It could only, if it were to happen, only one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Only one couple?
Only one person would choose another. And the rest are going to either break up or marry.
I think in an experience like this, I think that a few people will go with another person. Absolutely. Because it's you have the bond of the experience that you went through with the person and new things that you haven't learned. Like, you don't know anything about the other person.
The honeymoon phase, too.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people will jump on the new experience and they'll be excited for a change. And once they get back to their partner, they're just gonna, some of them might feel like, oh, this feels comfortable, this feels normal. But I think a lot of them will be like, where's the excitement that I had with the other person prior to this?
The right person for you to marry.
Like this one.
Wow, they're so cute.
They are so cute. You haven't seen, so she hasn't seen the second season yet, fully, of Love is Blind. But for you guys who watched Love is Blind, the season 2 reunion, you guys know what I'm talking about. But, like, their support for one another is just so, I don't know, I've never seen, like, I guess for most hosts I could care less. But for some reason, at first when I saw these, I was like, why the hell are they hosts? They're just pointless. But then when you get to the reunions of them, I'm like, I kind of really like you two.
Yeah, I like their relationship.
Y'all are cute.
People have given an ultimatum before, and it doesn't look anything like this. But I mean, this is very real.
Giving an ultimatum at 24 is not the right way to go. Maybe having a conversation in the direction of where your relationship is headed is the right way. But not, it's either you marry me or it's over.
Yeah. I think especially, like, if you're 24 and you're, like, high school sweethearts and you've been dating for 7 years now, different story.
That's a different story.
I get it. You're 24. You met this person at 22 years old, 2 years. Again, wanting to marry someone, that's wonderful. Giving someone an ultimatum, that's something else.
Right.
I do have attraction to Randall. Yeah, I'm willing to explore Randall a little bit.
She's so quick to be out of this relationship. It feels like that, doesn't it?
Before she even said that, I was like, honestly, I just don't think you're that into this relationship. Like, I think he's really into it and she's not.
It is an ultimatum. I mean, it's an engagement or a breakup.
We're so mean.
She's 25?
She looks so much older than
Samantha, she looks 48. She looks like she's, like, getting into the ages of, like, 50s, and she got a bunch of plastic to fix it.
A bunch of Botox.
What the
Filler
hell?
in her cheeks.
This is why you shouldn't get Botox and filler. You look 50 years older. Well, no, but by the time she gets to 50, she's going to need to do it again, because it's going to
dissolve. Well, you have to get it a lot, or else it dissolves. I would know.
Before you got out, we almost eloped. We were in love with each other. We're like, this is what we want to do.
Still am.
Wow.
Okay, let's do the math of what she just said. So he's been out for 1.5 years of the military. They've been dating for 2.5 years. She says they could have eloped before he went out. That means they could have eloped before they even got to 1 year of being in a relationship. From that, I am deducing
1 year.
That they were together for less than 1 year and she was ready to elope. Well, she said we, not sure. From what I'm telling from this interaction, she's ready to go and he's like, dude, we're like kids and I want to live.
Yes.
And she's like, I want children.
Oh. At 23?
At 23. I just think I don't want to judge her. Like, people want to have kids younger.
Yeah,
but
I get
like,
it.
he's being very clear that he doesn't. And what's the problem with that? I don't get why.
It seems like the people who are saying no really do have solid reasons.
Yeah. He just got out of the military a year and a half. What?
I haven't seen any relationship so far where I'm like, all right, you guys should be together by this point.
Yeah.
So far, I'm like, okay, there's clearly something in the way.
Yeah.
Whether it's finances or experiences or whatever the case may be, there's something guarding them. And it seems like those feelings are really valid, especially in this situation.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it hurts, because I feel like I'm ready and you're not.
That's the whole point.
I'm not going through another 3-year relationship to end in nothing.
Another.
I was just thinking, another. She's 23.
So what she's saying is she has attachment to this person and she's expecting something at the end of this relationship based on her previous relationship, which probably ended really terribly. And she just doesn't want that with this one.
And she thought it was a waste.
Right. I don't ever look at relationships like a waste, though. Whether or not they were good or bad, I don't ever think that they were.
They're all
a waste.
experiences.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know, that's also her saying, like, besides your timetables and she's like,
right.
She's like, what is that? She's diminishing she's like invalidating how he's feeling by saying that. Mm-hmm. And yet she's like crying. And he's the
sobbing.
One, and he's the one like not reacting and trying to be calm about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, don't invalidate what he's saying.
It feels like she probably does that a lot.
Right, like that's how he feels. And again, I don't see how it would be better to go date around to figure it out. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it would be. But I mean, from the perspective of what I'm hearing, it just feels like she's invalidating him a lot.
But it doesn't seem like he doesn't love her or respect what she's saying. It definitely feels like he's not ready to jump the gun and date somebody else. He just wants to have an experience to really solidify everything that he believes.
He wants to just like make sure, basically.
Right.
My name is Lauren, and my boyfriend Nathan is giving me an ultimatum. I don't want children. I feel kind of awkward interacting with children sometimes.
I feel like there's literally no bigger deal breaker than that.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't be in a relationship. I mean,
nope. There's no coming back.
A lot of people are like, oh, just wait, and eventually they'll want kids. Like,
no.
Unless the person who wants kids is okay with living life. Because I feel like those people are just hoping that eventually they change their mind, which is not a healthy relationship. You can't spend your entire life hoping that one day they'll change their mind. You have to be like, I don't care if I have them or not. Okay with it either way. Because that's the downfall before it even starts.
Absolutely.
This relationship isn't going to last.
No way. Prediction. And especially coming from a woman.
Yeah.
If she's saying wholeheartedly that she does not want to be a mother, there is no changing that thought process.
Well, there are people who do change their mind. There are like a lot of...
But if you, from the beginning, feel as though you do not want to be a mother, there's no coming back from that at all. I mean, yes, when you see children and maybe there is something in you that says, oh, maybe I want to give this a go. But it's very rare in my experience with people that I feel like they've all been very one-track minded on that thought process. You can't have two people who are not on the same page in that.
I mean, I know some people who eventually changed their mind, like when they got a little older, but I also know other people who are like have never even considered it. They're just like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Ultimately, we will have to break up. I definitely want to get clarity from this. Like, that's the point. Like, I'm here to find clarity.
They've been together for 2.5 years, and they haven't had this conversation. If they have, they've been fighting about this for 2.5 years, or even a year.
Mm-hmm. A year.
Why would you be in a relationship with someone for that long when you know they don't want kids and you do, or you know that they want kids and you don't? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't know. I don't know what they talk about.
I have graduated and I have everything planned out in my life. My next steps, my next career move. Just isn't that kind of how it goes? You know, college, then proposal, then babies. Then
I can't believe she says college, then marriage, then babies.
Well, she's saying that
so
she has a track. She has a plan for life. I respect it. I do respect that.
Zay has the full package with me because I stay in the gym, I have a degree, I cook, I clean, and I know how to. I don't think he's gonna find that with these other girls.
She's very honest.
She stays in the gym.
I think that there is someone for everyone, and I think that a lot of people would be happy to be with me.
Okay. That's right. Absolutely.
Ray.
Never settle for anything.
Exactly.
Love it.
All I'm going to say is it's a little interesting that she finished college and she wants to get married now, but he's still in college.
Like, why can't she wait?
Why can't she wait until he finishes college at least?
It's about her. What she wants.
I mean, respect that she knows what she wants.
R-E-S-P-C-T.
When it comes to you, I can talk about you forever and tell you exactly how I feel. And when it's you, with you, it's just like super closed off.
Why is she the one giving the ultimatum if she can't even open up to him and he doesn't even know exactly how she feels?
It's been 2.5 years and she can't do that. And notice that in that testimonial when she was like, I stay in the gym, I stay in the thing, and I'm like, but what about him?
Yeah.
It sounds like she's like sees this plan of what needs to happen. I'm not so sure she's interested in who that person is.
Can you explain why you love Zay and why you think he's somebody that you coming into this want to marry?
I think, I don't know, can we skip that question and come back to it, or is that the last one?
What? I take back what I said about the respect.
R-E-S-P-C-T. Yeah, that's problematic.
You know how she feels about me. I can't believe this is reality. This is our last night together, and it can potentially change our lives forever.
Why do I feel like she's that girl who, like, anytime he asks her, like, you know, she's like, let's just make out.
Yeah, let's just
like quiet.
Bang one out quick.
Yeah,
You'll be
quick.
fine. Like, we don't need to talk about emotions and stuff like that.
I wonder. I'm really curious to see if someone will be able to break that down in the show, especially because a lot of people, they might just be like that on camera, but it sounds like what he's saying is that even off camera, she doesn't say
like
anything.
That too.
I just want to make sure you're getting the full experience. Don't feel like you have to hold yourself back, because that's why we're here, to make sure you're getting in the end exactly what you want and to leave with the person you want.
It's interesting he's saying that. He's the one that gave the ultimatum. So I'm assuming she's the one who wanted to come here and like figure out if she likes someone else. And he's like, oh, like, do everything you need to do to figure it out.
Right.
Which is like,
he loves her.
Sweet. While she still looks like she doesn't care.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Maybe
what
she just
he's
has an
saying.
RBF or something.
No, it just seems like she doesn't care about what he has to say. Maybe sometimes when someone gives you a lot, people tend to reserve and push back and push away. So maybe she's in that phase where she doesn't want to really take all that he's offering her.
I know it's probably the best thing for you and me in the end.
I love having you around. I love doing everything.
I love having you around.
Hello.
Hi. Zay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you again.
Yesterday, I was in a 2.5-year relationship, and today I'm dating new people.
Partners aren't there. So
No, they're all there.
they're gonna date while their partners are around.
What do you think?
I thought they were gonna date the people who were issued the ultimatum.
No.
Marriage is important, so I want to make sure that when I do go into that, I'm 100% ready. What are your most important qualities that you need?
I just need like a good listener, somebody that, of course, I want to have fun with, just be adventurous with, and grow old together.
This is like a whole different side of her that we haven't seen already. Like, I don't know, she seems very different on this date.
I don't know. I'm not understanding Madeline because one second she's crying in her room saying that she's like feeling pressured, and the next second she's like, LOL, throwback to when I like saw you, Randall, in the beginning and thought you were super cute. Like,
yeah, she's very different. Like, she's much flirtier. Her demeanor has changed a lot.
Well, there's a lot of girls like that. They're like flirty. The second they get into an actual relationship, they're like,
Yeah.
And Kobe.
Honestly, he's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
He annoys me. Like,
Got you.
I get annoyed.
Oh my God, I can't believe she's saying this on TV.
he annoys me.
It's probably because he's giving her this attention. That's why. She wants a little bit more of a chase.
Yeah, she
for
wants
whatever reason.
difficulty.
Yeah, for whatever reason.
But there is no way that Kobe is not excited about getting to experience and hang out with another woman for 3 weeks.
She is so toxic.
Yeah, she really
She's
is.
projecting so much. She's like, there's no way he's not excited. There's no way. You know, he just wants to be the I'm all for my woman. Like, clearly you just want a toxic boyfriend. You're not ready for a real relationship.
No, she's not ready for a real relationship.
She
That's
just
the
isn't.
problem.
She wants to hook up. She wants to date with a man who's going to give her trouble. Like, why would you want that? Like, you want to have emotional turmoil?
Well, clearly she's not connected to him. I mean, I don't necessarily think that she wants emotional turmoil.
Well, she's saying she doesn't like that he is always happy and everything needs to be good. Like, why wouldn't you want to be happy?
Right, she's not ready for this serious type of stuff.
No,
she's not. And maybe she thinks that she is, but she definitely is not.
Maybe it's that he's just not for her, and she needs someone who will make her more serious about something.
If Hunter wasn't making enough money that was reasonable, I would walk away.
She's like, I'm a gold digger.
Wow.
No, I don't think that's what she meant. She just means like
No.
if it's not like if he's like struggling
she's
to
not.
make ends meet, like she's not supporting him. She wants someone who can support themselves. Well, I hope that's what she means.
My parents have been together for so long.
You have that role model.
The role models, yeah, exactly. For her, she's just witnessed this nasty divorce that has recently happened in her life.
I was watching a psychology video. It basically is talking about relationships and how if you come from different, like he's saying that he witnessed this beautiful, nurturing relationship where she did not. If your parents show like differences in their relationships, you're ultimately not going to end up together because all you witnessed is one perfect relationship and not something perfect. And it just the way that you show love and take love and accept love is just very different because of what you were witnessing.
I feel like yes, in the sense that like the person who has the perfect parents like relationship, they're probably more vulnerable, more willing to speak about things, like more they're more secure in their relationships probably. I mean because they've seen a secure relationship in their life. While people who don't, that's like probably typically what happens. While someone who hasn't seen a secure relationship is like the opposite. They can't imagine ever trusting someone fully. They'll probably always have an emergency fund if they're ever in need of one. Like that's just the type of thing. But I think in those type of relationships, what ends up happening is the person with the perfect family tries to pull the other person kind of towards them and the vice versa. So they both end up meeting somewhere in the middle where they're like, okay, we can have an emergency fund, but also you have to know that you have to trust me to they find compromise. And I feel like that's also like a great relationship when you learn how to compromise with someone else, even if you've experienced like totally different things.
I can see where scariness of how having children can be, I can definitely see it and kind of relate to it. But I think that's why you do it with someone that you love. Someone that will help you through those times. I'm not in this alone. The kid breaks its arm. What do we do?
He's really cute.
Yeah, he's sweet.
He's a sweet guy. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that's what she wanted to hear, though.
No, everyone's invalidating her.
Yeah.
Boundaries. I think men just feel like they can not manipulate, but persuade women. But also...
But I don't think that's not his
no,
intention.
that's
not trying
his
to persuade
intention.
Her. He's saying like from his perspective.
Right. No, he's not trying to persuade her, but I think that... And it's so hard, like... There's so much that women have to deal with when it comes to raising children that men just do not do.
But Nate works too much. She mentioned that a couple times, and she's scared that she's going to have to be the only one raising the kid. I feel like I'm a guy who can comfort those feelings she's having and hold her hand as she goes through them.
I feel like she didn't communicate that in the meeting, in this conversation she had with Nate the other day. She didn't say like, oh, it's because I would have to raise him myself. She said she just doesn't want them, period.
Because she doesn't see it with him.
So then why are you with him for 2.5 years?
She just doesn't... Clearly, she's willing to say it to a guy who made her feel comfortable within...
Or maybe she just wants to get in his pants.
I don't believe that is what's happening.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
But I'm just saying that if she was so willing to be vulnerable in this conversation with this one person with 10 minutes where she felt this connection, she didn't feel like she wasn't being heard, she just compromised. She literally just compromised with one person who she didn't share this relationship with. So clearly,
sorry,
she's
Nathan.
not.
I think it's just time. I've graduated. I'm trying to settle.
They're an attractive couple.
Name your favorite sex position or take a drink.
Ooh.
I like to hit it from the back.
They're also open. It's making my skin crawl. Oh my god.
They're on Netflix.
I would say Colby.
All right.
I have been.
She's like proud of that.
Mal's like,
She's like, that's my ex.
yeah, we dated, but we're not getting married.
I think it's toxic, but I'm excited and it's flattering. It feels good. My eyes on Randall. He's the most like me. He makes me feel comfortable. I mean, I know it's day one, but it's Randall for me right now. Oh my god.
You know those people who always say this phrase, I know it's toxic, but, and then do something toxic or say something
She's
toxic.
so toxic.
Like, people, if you're saying I know it's toxic and you're still doing it, yes, you're toxic.
Maybe it's a little toxic.
Like,
Wow.
no. Gross.
I just hate the attitude that she's giving off. Like, I just don't like it. I just it's so insensitive to his feelings. Like, she just doesn't care.
Why should she? She's 24 years old and she's into Randall.
Thought our date went well. Clearly, it was all lip service. And you just nexted me as if that was even an option.
No.
He was being honest. You should say thank you.
Yeah. Like, we're all here to date. It's not a one day. Like, you're here for a few days. Pick the right person. Move on.
They also had
marry or move on.
They also had one conversation, and she's saying lip service. He said nothing.
Lip service.
He said nothing that would like give off the vibe that he was like super into her.
He was communicating something that, she just wasn't hearing.
He could have let her on. He could have given her lip service right there, but he didn't. He told her what he thought, and I think that's respectable.
Obviously, I
trying to be open to everything.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
trying.
Okay.
I'm trying. It's a process, trying to catch on. How about you? Do you feel like you're opened up?
She can't say about opening up. What?
She's just a really open person.
She's really laid everything out on the table.
She just
every
like
conversation.
says what she feels and
Mhm.
just says it.
Right.
She's so admirable.
What's the next one?
Sure.
That's it.
I'm just gonna slide on over.
But yeah, it's cool.
How's everybody?
Can we squeeze in with y'all?
There should be some rules. She
Why?
can't do that.
She just cock blocked him.
That's fucked up. She's the one that. All right. Wow.
That should not be allowed.
No.
You should not be allowed to go and like
Cock block the
interrupt
date.
your whatever they are now.
Like, why would they be sitting there? What are they going to talk about? Yeah, that's my boyfriend. You're dating him. What is this conversation going to be? So yeah.
So what do you think about the show so far?
I think it's really interesting. I can't wait to watch more episodes and see what really happens and where the connections go.
I think I really enjoy like reality shows, especially Netflix has created a bunch of them that are like real social experiments to see how people interact. And this is just yet another really interesting social experience, and I'm curious to see who's going to end up with who.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to be notified every time we post a new video, hit that notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow our Instagram and TikTok for exclusive reactions and behind-the-scenes content.
Make sure to leave a comment down below because we will like and read your comments always.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.